Welcome to our 2025 Concordia Softball Season Preview. My name is Matt Menzel, being joined by senior shortstop Jess Pozazinski as the Falcons, a brand new head coach, looking to continue their success. No less than 25 wins each of their last 4 consecutive seasons. And before we talk about the here and now, I guess when you look back at last spring, what made that team so successful?
You know what? I think that team is a lot different than the teams in my past years here at Concordia, just because, statistically wise, it was a little bit different than what we've been used to. But I think bond wise, we really got through those tough times. We got through those tough games. I think going over some bumps and humps and getting through those challenges too, especially with coaching wise. End of season wasn't really what we planned, but we did it together and we did it successfully and we got through it. So I think that's what really got us strong.
And you had a successful season at the plate, hit .480 with 15 home runs and 42 runs batted in. How did you feel, at least individually, your season went?
I think it went pretty good. I try to have the mindset of, just go up there, have some fun, just play softball. I think sometimes a lot of players can get in their heads about statistics, and I've been through it personally. And I think my most successful years have been when I just go up there and I don't put pressure on myself to do those, to get those high stats and to get those however many hits I need to get. I have fun and I play the game that I love. So.
I know you're the ultimate team player, but you look at the accolades you received last season. You were first-team All-American, first-team All-Conference, NAC Position Player of the Year. What do those mean to you?
I couldn't do it without the girls beside me. I know you were just like, oh, she's a team player, but truly I cannot be as successful as I am without the girls next to me, without the coaches that I've had. I'm looking to kind of do the same thing this year, hoping to have a good year as well. But most importantly, I'm very, very blessed to have the girls next to me and to be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to this last year to go out with a bang.
Well, look at your entire Falcon career. You've 124 games played so far. You've hit .408, 34 home runs with 125 runs batted in. How do you feel like you've grown as a player, as a person since day one?
Yeah, I definitely think confidence-wise I've grown. Little baby freshman Jess definitely did not think that I was going to have stats like that, but confidence-wise at the plate, confidence-wise in the field too. I think my voice has grown as a leader, but I think that just kind of comes with those years in college too. I mean, you kind of have to pay your dues as a freshman and sophomore, and then junior, senior year. I've really kind of stepped into the leadership role, and I've gained that, love and confidence and support from my girls too, which really helped.
Well, let me ask you about that leadership role. Is there more pressure this year being that you're a senior and you have a brand new head coach?
A little bit, but I also think us as seniors, we've done a really good job with kind of bonding with our coach to help with running practices, kind of figuring out game style, like what are we going to do for warm-ups and things like that. Coach has really done a really good job with including us in those things. So not only is she growing in as her coaching position, but also because we're growing in our leadership positions as well. So we kind of do it together, do it as a team.
Does it feel different having a brand new head coach, or is it pretty much business as usual?
At first it was a little bit different, but then business as usual. You know what? Like, we all love the game the same, and she's here to really, really guide this program to success. So I'm really excited to see where we end up.
As you get ready to start the season under a bubble in Oshkosh, I guess your thoughts on the way this team looks here in practice and training camp?
Yeah, I think we've really put in some hard work over the past couple of months, especially in the fall too. There's a lot of talent on this team. There's also a lot of young talent on this team. So I think as a program we can grow to very high success over the next few years after I'm gone. And I think Coach is going to really lead this team to some really awesome, successful seasons. So we'll see where we end up though.
You mentioned the newcomers. Have they fit in pretty nicely so far?
Yes, I definitely think so. They are probably one of the loudest, most outgoing group of young girls that we've had so far. And I can't wait to see what kind of impact they have on the team and where they, leadership role-wise, position-wise, I can't wait to see what success they bring to the program.
Finally, goals you have for yourself for the team?
Have fun. I'm ready to make this last season the best one yet. I'm ready to get to play some softball. Might be a little bit chilly at the beginning, but I'm just looking to have some fun and to not have any regrets.
Well, Jess, thanks for the time. All the best to you and the team this season.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Now being joined by Megan Aliverti, the first-year head coach of the Concordia softball team. And before we talk about, the current 2025 season, let's get your background a little bit. in softball, being new to the Falcon program. You're from the state of Washington, but you have a lot of softball history in the Midwest, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I played 5 years at University of Wisconsin Parkside. Great experience. Had a little success on the field too, and then I had the opportunity to go play assistant coach at Stevens Point for a little over 2 years. And Ryan, who was our head coach, he led me and was a great mentor for me. I got another year experience down in Missouri with Drury University as the full-time assistant down there, and got my first opportunity here at Concordia, and I'm super excited and blessed.
When you played at Parkside, at some point did you get that coaching itch? Did you know you wanted to go the coaching route?
Well, I graduated with a sports management major, so I knew I wanted to be in sports no matter what it was. I'd kind of coached little kids' teams growing up and always done instructional things, so it was always a little bit of an itch throughout that time, yeah.
So what made this opportunity at Concordia attractive to you?
One was the foundation. The previous coach, Coach Crook, he had one heck of an organization and a program, and just stepping in, I saw it open, and I was like, that is a place you want to be, and a place that you could possibly win right away.
So these last few months, as you get used to the position, how has the adjustment been? How have these last few months been for you?
Things have been good. I mean, you're always going to have your little ups and downs and little injuries and illnesses coming out with the team, but overall it's been great, and we're just chomping at the bit to get started here this weekend.
Now, you feel pressure, okay, as you mentioned, you look at Coach Crook and what he was able to do with this program the last 4 years, at least 25 win seasons. Is there pressure to continue what he left off?
I mean, I think there's always a little bit of a pressure, but at the end of the day, this is a new team, a new season, and we got to just stick to what we know and do our thing.
And you say stick to what we know. When you look at your team, obviously without having played a game as we tape this, what do you feel like could be the strengths of this team?
Yeah, I think our strength is going to be our offense. We've had a lot of hitting over the past years. We're going to cause chaos on the base pass and steal a lot of bases. So I think that's the thing that's happened in the past. We're going to continue to do that.
You look at your roster, and there are 5 freshmen on top of a number of familiar names to Falcon fans. How have the newcomers been fitting in so far?
They're good. They kind of just find their space and their role and how they're going to come in. We may have a couple make their impact, but for the most part, we're going to be a little bit older on the field.
And you talk about the experience on the field and the older players on the team. A couple of the players to watch in the NAC, seniors and at shortstop, Jess Pozazinski, but also catcher Megan Bloyer. What have you seen from those two?
Yeah, they're leaders, and they take every person under their wing and try to make them as good as they are as well. They're pretty humble, and they want to succeed and bring everyone with them.
And I'm guessing they help you in your transition.
Yeah, for sure. They've seen what the NAC has to offer, so they kind of have a little insight of what we're going to see for pitchers and hitters and things like that.
For you in preparation, having not seen some of these NAC teams maybe before, how do you go about preparing for what maybe to expect in conference play?
Yeah, so luckily being at Stevens Point, we actually played Concordia when I was there, and we've played other teams than NAC, so it's not like I haven't watched them before. But yeah, they're really good, and we're very detail-oriented as a team. So the fact that they come in and be like, Coach, this is what I remember, this is what I've seen, is awesome. And we're just going to take all the feedback we can, put it in our scouts, and hopefully we can do that on game day.
Finally, as you approach this season, Oshkosh on the immediate docket before you guys head off to Florida for some great softball opportunities. What do you hope to gain from those experiences? Obviously, you want to win the games, but what are you hoping you gain from those opportunities in preparation for conference play?
Yeah, we want to see kind of how our pitching is going to work out. I'm a person that uses all my pitching staff for as much as I can. We're not going to just ride on one person. So our goal is to kind of see where we're going to line up and who's going to complement each other the best.
Well, Coach, all the best this season. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And for more on the Concordia softball team, be sure to stay tuned to CUWFalcons.com.